What's up, guys? Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles, and today I have a very heartbreaking announcement. I think I'm going to be breaking up with the American Express Gold Card. Now, this video is not about me bashing my ex. The American Express Gold Card is absolutely one of the best credit cards on the market. This video is more to remind everyone that while one credit card might be the most amazing card in the world, a couple years down the road, your lifestyle, your spending habits may change. You two may grow apart. And I think this is what's happening with me and the American Express Gold Card. Now, we have had a great relationship. We have been very successful together. We've been able to take a lot of trips based on it being a certified points machine on high spending categories. But I think we've grown apart, and I think we're ready to move on. But if you're a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we talk about credit cards, points, miles, cash back, and travel. If you're interested in that sort of thing, slap that subscribe button. And as always, guys, if you get any value at all or any entertainment, please hit that like button. It will really help with the YouTube algorithm, and it'll help me push this video out to other people that can use this information. So in this video, guys, I want to explain why I'm canceling the American Express Gold Card. What am I going to use in place of the American Express Gold Card? And what happens if this is not the right decision? So I know your time is super valuable, so let's dive right into this and get started. Okay, why am I canceling the American Express Gold Card? Well, I would be lying if I told you that the number one reason wasn't the $250 annual fee. If you guys are fans of the channel, you know that I have tons of credit card annual fees, and I'm not afraid to pay them if I'm getting good value from them. And I think the value is running out for me on the American Express Gold Card. Now, in the past, I have talked about how we spend between $1,000 and $1,200 a month at the grocery store. With that kind of spend at the grocery store, this card makes a ton of sense. We're not doing that anymore. And what has changed? Well, the big kid moved out. All our grown children have left the nest, so we are spending less monthly at the grocery store. And that's something a lot of old people have dealt with. And looking at me, I do probably resemble someone who eats a lot of groceries. So you're thinking maybe the card still makes sense. Well, another factor is my wife is back to work. She was a stay-at-home mom for around 5 years, and now she is a super busy professional real estate agent. So she doesn't have a bunch of time to run to the grocery store 3-4 days a week to make sure we have fresh groceries and we're fed. So to save time, we have to rethink how we spend our money and how we eat. You can also probably look at me and know that I have not been watching my weight in the last couple years. I'm not as pretty as I used to be. I'm not as fit as I used to be, but that's actually not my job. However, that's a joke. However, it is time to start trimming down and getting back into somewhat decent of shape so I can keep up with my 5-year-old. So we have decided that we are going to change the way we eat for health reasons and to save time. It may be more expensive. What we are moving to are pre-made meal subscriptions for the bulk of our food. And I'll get more into that later. Another reason, guys, I'm not afraid to admit it, I hate the American Express Gold Card credits. I don't use meal delivery services. I live in a village, a suburban village that no one Grubhubs and no one delivers me food. I don't like ordering food like that when I'm at work, and I don't Uber enough to use those credits every month. So I struggle to use those credits. I find myself buying things that I wouldn't normally buy and spending time picking them up that I wouldn't normally have to do. I don't like the credits. Now, could I push through and spend $100 a year in the credits and the card still makes sense? Most likely, but I think I found a better way. So Luke, what cards are going to replace the American Express Gold Card? It does so much for so much spend. How are we going to replace this? Well, I'll do some explaining. We're going to be using HelloFresh for our dinners, and I don't think those purchases will code as any bonus that I have. So we're going to use our everything else card for that. and that might be the American Express Blue Business Plus, or it may be a flat 2% cash back card depending on which way we're earning at the time. But it won't be any card in particular. Now, for my primary lunches and breakfasts, I am going to use a site. I'm not sponsored by anyone, so I'm not even going to mention the site, but it is a niche bodybuilding type company that pre-makes your meals and they freeze them. So all you have to do is heat them up, and they're the high protein, low carb type meals, but they code as a restaurant. So those are actually going to make up the bulk of my food spending because, as you can see, I do eat a lot, and this service I'm using is not cheap. So I'm not going to be saving a ton of money doing this, but hopefully I'll be getting healthier and I'll save a lot of time. But for that, I'm going to be using the American Express Business Gold for the 4 times MR points on restaurants. Now, the business card will also keep the 4X when we do go out to restaurants, which we are still going to do. We are a food celebratory type family. We like to celebrate things. We like to have fun with food. So we'll still be doing that. But hopefully 90% of our food intake will become much healthier. So you're thinking, Luke, that covers restaurants, man. You've got a lot more grocery store spend. That's a ton of money. Well, the other stuff we buy at the grocery store, laundry detergent, soap, razors, things like that, we are going to be using the evil empire, Amazon. Sorry, guys. I'll be using my Amazon Prime Visa, and I'll get 5% cash back on all those things you have to buy and you need, but they'll be being delivered here. My wife won't have to drive 25 miles to the grocery store to pick up shampoo. That's going to save us a lot of time, and I'm still going to maintain a decent high earning rate, low cost, and I'll get some hours back and some minutes. Now, most of you are thinking, hey, Luke, you can't completely avoid grocery stores. And I know that's true. So if we need to go pick up coffee creamer or something like that, it's bound to happen, especially the first couple months in doing this. It's a pretty big lifestyle change, but for that, I'm gonna be using the City Custom Cash. I've had the City Custom Cash for a few months now, and it does not have a place in my wallet. So I think we'll be spending $500 or less at grocery stores, at least these first couple months, and that card will get us 5% cash back on that. So I think those cards are a decent replacement. Now, you guys know that I love American Express MR points, and I am cash back second, but I don't think replacing membership rewards points with 5% cash back is a huge loss. Still getting something and still earning, and we still have the door open for changes. We can adjust fire accordingly. Now, you're probably thinking, Luke, what if this doesn't go well? What is your exit strategy? What's your plan B? Well, I have a couple different plan Bs. If this goes on for 3 months and it is not working out and it's not saving us time and it's costing us exponentially more money, I will most likely just upgrade my green card to a gold card. Obviously, I will try to get an upgrade offer. But if I can't get an upgrade offer, I'm right back where I started, and I've gotten rid of that green card that I never, ever use. That's one exit strategy. That's one plan B. Plan C. I mentioned earlier, my wife is back to work, and she is a super big deal real estate agent making tons of money. So it's probably time we start introducing the Mighty Player 2 strategy. I could refer her to the gold card. She could get a bonus. We could be right back in business with her having the gold card on her account. And it's not a bad idea considering she does the majority of the grocery shopping and the meal purchases. So I think those are 2 good backup plans. So here's the recap, guys. These are the cards I'm going to be using to replace the American Express Gold card because I don't want to pay that $250 annual fee. And if you are at home thinking, Luke asked for a retention offer, I got one last year. I don't think I'll get another one. American Express Business Gold. Most people do not think that's a great card. For my spending and my lifestyle, it works out because if nothing else, that 25% airline bonus will more than pay for that card. And if you didn't know, business credit card annual fees are tax deductible. At least they are for me. But we'll be using the American Express Business Gold for restaurants, dining, and the other category will be for gas. So I'll earn 4 times membership rewards points on those categories. pretty good earner, still accumulating those American Express membership rewards points, still traveling, still doing it. For a much smaller amount of grocery spend, I'll be using the City Custom Cash. Getting 5% cash back can't be considered a bad thing. I know most of us American Express fanboys want those MR points, but 5% cash back, not a bad deal. For incidentals, cleaning supplies, everything else, we're going to use the evil empire, Amazon, with the Amazon Prime Visa, and we're going to get 5% cash back on all of that stuff. So in summary of all of this stuff, guys, I want to save a little bit of cash on annual fees, and I want to put a little bit of extra cash in my pocket. Now, you guys do know, if you're a fan of the channel, I'm rewards points first and cash back second. However, with everything that's going on in this world, I am not adverse to putting a little extra cash in my pocket, because I do feel there may be some real estate investing opportunities for me in the future. And I want to be prepared to strike when the iron is hot. Now, guys, we have talked about cash back. Anytime we talk about cash back, I want to remind you that you should always be using a retail shopping portal like Rakuten. Rakuten is probably the easiest shopping portal I've used. It's a set it and forget it, and you will accumulate tons of cash back. The best thing about Rakuten, if you are an American Express fanboy, you can change your earnings to American Express membership rewards points in lieu of cash back, making them much more value to some of us Amex fans. All right, guys, that is the video. Please tell me how crazy I am for getting rid of one of the best credit cards in the world. And let me know if you think this strategy makes sense. It's a little more complicated, but we don't care. And if you stayed all the way to the end, thank you.